All right, guys, our next guest is set to take on Chad Mendes at the big end-of-year card, UFC 232 in Las Vegas, currently riding a 5-fight win streak. He is Australia's own Alexander the Great Volkanovski. Alex, man, welcome back to the program. How are you today?
I'm very good. Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure, man. And you've been chasing a step up in competition for the longest time. You've certainly deserved one. How does it feel to finally have this big fight locked in and get Chad as the opponent?
It's unreal. Obviously, I've been a fan of sport for a long time, and Chad Mendes has been up there for so long. To fight a name like that is just unreal. And then, knowing that he's ranked number 5 and, this is going to move me up. So, as you said, this is exactly what I want. I've been pushing for higher ranked fighters so I can push for these ranks so I can take that title. And this is going to get me a few steps forward. So, I'm very happy with it. Before I was even ranked, I got a top 10 in Elkins, so I was stoked with that. And now I'm moving through the ranks again and getting Chad Mendes. I'm glad I called him out, and it's paid off.
How much do you think that call out sort of was the reason that this fight came together? If you didn't call him out, do you think you would have gotten Chad Mendes?
I honestly reckon that call out, especially knowing the fact that I don't ever call people out.
Yeah.
And then maybe because I did call him out, and maybe just chucked the idea in Sean Shelby's head. But it definitely paid off. I honestly reckon the call out's what made it happen. We were actually, Sean wanted us to fight on the Dallas card. That was ages ago. So that was straight after my fight. So as you know, I went to hurt my rib for that fight. But I was offered Chad Mendes straight after, and I was like, yep, I can't miss out on this opportunity. Let's do it. So I was going to do it, but he wanted more time. And, he's busy with, I'm not going to say he's scared. I'm a bit of a realist. I know he's got a job. He does hunting on the side and all that. So it was hunting season, I think. I think that's why he wanted to fight later in the year. But I got told that he didn't want to fight till next year. So I was getting ready to fight someone else. I was thinking, I ain't going to wait that fucking long.
Yeah.
I'll fight someone else, you know what I mean? And I was like, I'll fight someone else, if I can't get a ranked opponent, because he wasn't getting back to us for ages. So I ended up throwing Michael Johnson out there. And I thought, if I'm not going to get a ranked opponent, at least give me a name. And, so we threw that out there. But then, Sean come back to us with Chad Mendes saying that it's looking like December 29th. And I'm like, fucking how good's this?
But just to clarify, you were going to fight him with an injured rib. Is that correct? You're still going to fight him in Dallas?
6 weeks from the fight. So I would have been back to wrestling, probably 4 weeks after my fight. So I would have had 2 weeks wrestling probably, but usually taper off then. But, for a big fight like that, I would have eased into it a bit quicker. But, I was fit, so I would have been able to stay sharp. I just had to lay off the mats for a few weeks. I don't know if he's ever torn intercostal muscle or, bust. They weren't sure if it was a torn intercostal muscle or the rib cutlery ripping off the bone. It's usually it's the same recovery. So it's just, it wasn't that bad. I was able to still hit pads and stuff like that and still do cardio. So I would have been happy to take the fight, but this has worked out even better. So I'm laughing.
Yeah, and after his win, he originally said that he wanted a top 5 opponent and that he didn't really seem that interested in your call out. Are you surprised that he actually took this fight and actually signed on the dotted line? What do you think he did it? Do you think it could be a part of the fact that he did the call out and you mentioned you started? Do you think that kind of sort of lit a fire under him a little bit?
No, I don't reckon that's what it was, but I reckon, as I said, he's not in a position to be calling the shots. I know he's a big name, but coming off a 2-year suspension, fighting a top 15 guy, he fought Miles Jury at ranked number 15, I think it was. And, and then wanted, the top dogs, and fight twice a year and things like that. It's just, he's not really in a position. I don't mean this in a, I'm not disrespecting him, but I just believe he needs a fight like me, prove himself, properly, and then give him someone like Frankie Edgar or something. I know he was throwing Frankie Edgar's name out there, wanted the rematch, but, I don't know, maybe because I was saying stuff like that, maybe Sean Shelby took, maybe, that went him through one ear and he was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And that's why he's like, nah, because I'm pretty sure he was pretty stubborn with it, because I know for a fact he didn't want that fight at the start. He was saying, I was hoping to get someone more ranked.
Yeah.
And I think Sean Shelby told him, look, mate, this is who we got. These are the guys. A lot's happened since you've been gone. These are the guys. So, that's good. That's what we want.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see a lot more call-outs from you in the future now that you've sort of seen that this is kind of working. Going to be a call-out machine from now on.
Oh, you never know. You never know. Look, at the end of the day, like, I always, what have I said? Like, oh, that little gimmick, oh, with the bad guys, what as cringy it is as it is, whatever. But that's just, I just hate it, like people that just talk shit. The ones that, look, I love like people that are really good at like, talking. When I say talking shit, like good banter and all that sort of stuff, I love it. Like, if someone's giving you shit and you give them shit back, that's going to happen. But these people that are just trying to start fire, and I just find that even fucking more cringe. And I'm like, they're the guys I just want to punch in the face. So, but I mean, no one's really doing that now. So, but I mean, I honestly think calling people out, I'm calling people out as in, I want the best guys in the division. I want guys that are going to move me forward. So if anything, it's a compliment. So if these people are going to, fucking be upset about it, who really gives a fuck? Let them have a cry. But at the end of the day, it's more of a, I reckon it's a compliment, if anything.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's important for fighters to know who they want to fight next, because if you don't mention a name, that a lot of fighters end up having to take a longer road and make less money, it can be really brutal. I think a lot of I appreciate whenever we interview anyone and they know who they want to fight next. I think the UFC does as well. But looking at Chad, Alex, how do you look at him in terms of your previous opponents? Would you say this is your biggest challenge thus far?
You never know till you get in there, really. But his type of style, I train with a lot of guys like that. Obviously, he's very explosive, good wrestler, lower center of gravity like myself. So you're going to see a totally different fight, that's for sure. But you're going to see me use a lot more different tools that you're not used to seeing me. Like, I'm not going to, I know that he's he's like me. So if he was to take me down, I'm going to get up straight away. I take him down, he's got short legs like me, there's a good chance he's getting back up. So I'm not expecting to be able to hold him down and make easy work with him there. So I honestly think I'm going to knock him out on the feet. And again, he's very explosive, but I fight with guys and train with guys that are very explosive. You know what I mean? It's when, he's got like a certain movement that he does. He likes his, this sort of rhythm that he goes and uses that, explosive bridge in the gap to come in and land his big shots. I believe I'm going to force him to throw the big shots, and I'm going to capitalize it. I'm going to put him to sleep.
Wow, there you go. I absolutely love the confidence. And here's the crazy thing about you. People don't realize this, but you've basically been injured in pretty much every one of your UFC fights. We always have a laugh about this backstage when we talk to you, and you're always like, yeah, I'm feeling so great. And then we talk to you after the fight, and you're like, yeah, this is wrong, and that was wrong. I mean, how is the preparation for this fight going? And have you sort of found the secret and the right formula to staying as healthy as possible leading into fights?
Mate, I have. Again, you might be just thinking I'm just saying this, but I've got a new crew. I've got a new crew looking after my body at the moment. Because I obviously knew about my back. My back's been playing up for like 14 months.
Yeah.
I think I've already told you, but mate, in the last 15 months or something, I reckon I've done about 5-6 months max, no restriction training. So, you do the math. The rest of it's like maybe doing a little bit of cardio stuff or stand-up stuff, pad work, but the rest of it was like no jiu-jitsu, no wrestling. I'm talking 8 months. 8-9 months in the last 15 months next to like, really, really light training. And it's obviously, you know what I mean? Like I'm a fighter, this is my sport. You should be doing the hard yards all year round, 24/7, you should be moving with bodies and whatnot. And I was doing fuck all when it comes to that. But no excuses. I always had about 6 weeks to get prepared. For some reason, my body was always all right. Like, I'll take the fight and I wouldn't even be training. Again, I wouldn't even be no restrictions yet. I'd still be, I can't wrestle, can't grapple yet. In a couple of weeks, I'll be able to do that. And I have 6 weeks to prepare and get ready for the fight. And don't get me wrong, in them 6 weeks, I really, really got fit enough and it was enough to get the job done. But, in evolving skill-wise and stuff like that, I'm just going to level up. I still got 6 weeks and, I'm training hard right now. And I've had a constant, like 5-6 weeks, just constantly just training. I haven't had that. When I still got another 5-6 weeks. So it's going to be unreal. By then, I'm going to be in good nick. Like I've always had pretty good natural reactions and stuff like that. But everything's just going to be on. You know what I mean? Like, one, put me in an awkward position. I'm going to be there so much this camp. I'll get up, and I'm going to capitalize on every moment I can. And honestly, I think that's where I'm going to get Chad Mendes as well. So there's going to be scrambles. There's going to be, off the clinch. There's going to be, again, I believe I'm a lot more calculated with things I do. He's more of a brute person, and again, I just think I'm gonna force the shots out of him, and I'm gonna knock him out.
And just speaking of training, we also saw you were training with Mark Hunt, Israel. Tai Tuivasa, Tyson Pedrover, Tiger Muay Thai in Thailand. Those guys, they can get pretty rowdy. We saw some videos. What was it like being up there with those guys? Do you have any crazy stories for us?
No, nothing good, mate. They're just, they're a good laugh, you know what I mean? It's just, a good laugh, mate. Always good energy around the boys as well, so that's always good. I train with one of the guys that does some of the training with them, Selby, does a lot of their coaching. He trains out of City Kickboxing and that as well. So I know them pretty well, and so I was moving around and doing a bit with Selby as well. And so their structure was pretty similar to what I'm used to. So I jumped into a couple of it. But obviously, I'm not going to be wrestling with those guys. I'll end up breaking my fucking every bone in my body, even though I'm used to the big boys. But
or maybe you'd slam them, mate. Maybe you'd give Mark Hunt and Tai Tuivasa a bit of a slam, cheeky slams.
I won't even try and lift them up. No disrespect to them, but hey, I've got to train smart. Don't get me wrong, I've trained with big boys. I've trained with heavyweights plenty of times, and I used to do pretty good with them. I used to play rugby league. I was 97 kg. I was a prop, so I'm used to the big boys. I'm used to running at them, used to tackling them. But my body, I'm not as young as I once was, so I won't be doing stupid things like that because I want to make the fight healthy. And this is a big fight, so I ain't taking any risks in not making that fight. So I'm going to end up turning up in Vegas. I'm going to be in good nick. I'm going to get the job done, capitalize on the moment, superstardom, 50 G's. We're laughing.
Wow, look at that. Do you think you'll stay in Vegas afterwards? What are you going to do for New Year's?
I was planning on bringing the whole family, but mate, it's just too much, mate. Honestly, just to bring them, I'm going to be miserable fight week, as you can imagine, cutting weight and all that. So I'm not really, I'm going to probably have to miss Christmas with the kids. But what we've organised, I think the wives, we actually had some people offer to look after the kids. So Emma's going to come for a few days, my wife, which is a blow. We've never been able to do anything like that. So she'll be there with Christmas for them. Unfortunately, I won't. But, at the end of the day, I do this for my family, and I'm going to go get the job done. Straight after my fight, I'm going to go maybe Fiji. We don't know where we're going, but we're going on a holiday for 2 weeks and just going to relax and do a legit holiday, not then come to Vegas, me cut weight, not even be with them. You know what I mean? It's just spending tens of thousands of dollars for nothing, not even to spend time with them. So I thought, let's save it for straight after my fight, and we'll spend the 50 G's on the holiday.
Wow, that sounds like a pretty good holiday. Just quickly, it's a massive card in Vegas, a huge opponent. If you do beat Chad Mendes and if things do go well for you, how quickly do you want to turn things around? There's a massive card in Melbourne, at the start of the year. Would you be looking to get on that February card and have another big fight?
I would absolutely love to do that. I probably wouldn't do this holiday for that, but realistically, I think that's 5 weeks after my fight. And, I guess I'll ask for it still, but I'm pretty sure that ain't gonna happen. Things, you got to be pretty good to fucking get that. So, look, mate, if that happens, that'd be unreal, mate. I'm here to make money, but I'll do that. But I just don't think that's gonna happen. But I'm happy to wait. Even if it's the next month after that. You know what I mean? Give me a couple of weeks off. Give me 8 weeks to prepare for the next fight, and then, mate, we're on. I'll go back to America again. I'm gonna open a lot of eyes when I go to Vegas. So I'll be happy to fight for him with a whole new group of fans.
By the way, you've got this sweet spot on this sweet card, UFC 232, the big end of year card. You're kicking off the pay-per-view, the main card. I think this is the first time you've ever been on a pay-per-view and you're kicking it off against Chad Mendes. This is a big fight for the division. You were talking about Sean Shelby before. Sounds like you guys have a pretty good relationship. Are you feeling the love from the UFC? It sounds like they're investing in you and they want to be part of the Alex Volkanovski business.
Yeah. Well, look, to be honest, like I heard someone mention about me being on the main card. So I didn't even know that. I don't even know if that was happening. But I mean, obviously you've done your research, so that's cool. So I'm not too surprised with that, but I know it's going to be a massive card. So to start off the pay-per-view, mate, how good is that? That's unreal. So this is a big opportunity for me. I'm going to capitalize. And, yeah, I definitely do think the UFC are ready to jump on board. You know, the first, I reckon at the start of I'm a realist. I'm going to be real with you. At the start, there was a bit of hype around me. You know, obviously I was finishing fights. They got me on the main cards. I finished fights. And then I got a couple of, for some reason, every guy I had they could cop a fucking beating.
Yeah.
And you could see like the punches I was landing on some of my opponents, like most people would be next to dead. But, you know what I mean? The Japanese guys are both just tough. You know, Jeremy Kennedy even took a bit of a beating, but I did finish him. We all know what Darren Elkin's like.
Yeah.
But just things like that. But, you know what I mean? So it's slowed down, even though I was absolutely dominating, which is still, you know, for people that know the sport, look at that and be like, man, this kid's legit. But at the same time, I think they might have laid off the push. You know, I'm a realist. But right now, I honestly think they're like, all right, this kid's going places. Let's do it. And this is a coming out party. You know, I'm going to be breaking through straight after this.
Absolutely. And plus a healthy camp.
It's confidence, not cockiness.
Confidence and health going into a fight, unless after the fight you tell us you had a broken leg or something, and you didn't tell us the truth, Alex. Quickly, as we wrap up, because you're a busy guy, we know you're training. What is the official prediction? How do you see yourself beating Chad at UFC 232?
Mate, honestly, look, again, I don't mean it just because I think I'm so much better than him. Styles make fights. I'm going to force, again, he's explosive. I'm going to force him to do some habits that he always does, and I'm going to capitalize. I'm going to finish him early. If I don't get it done in the first round, it's going to be second.
Wow, there you go. Love the confidence.
And if I don't, for some reason, get it, I will break him.
Well, we love it. We love the confidence. We love the energy. Even just this whole interview, Alex, I don't know, I felt this rawness about you. Dropping F-bombs left, right, and center. That's how we like it. That's how we like the interviews on Submission Radio, man. Keeping it real.
Mate,
go on.
It's good. Sorry, mate. It's good to know that I'm allowed to swear in these things. Half the time I'm trying to be polite. I think, I might not be able to swear. But people tell me, yeah, you can swear. I'm like, oh, fucking sweet.
Let him fly, man. Keep it real on Submission Radio. Don't forget to follow the man on Twitter and Instagram at Alex Volkanovski. Also, check out Alex's seminar in Adelaide on the 1st of December from 12 p.m. till 2 p.m. in Aruda BJJ. He'll be joined by Brad Riddell and Frank Hickman. So very exciting things. Go check it out. And we look forward to checking it out at UFC 232, man. Good luck, and thank you so much for your time, Alex.
Thanks for having me. Good fun. And, yeah, if you're down Adelaide, come in, learn some shit.